Nikoderiko, The Magical World is developed by Vea Games and published by Knight's Peak, and I want to give a special thank you to them for providing me with a code enabling me to check the game out, and I did have a good time with the game, so very much thanks to you for that. This game is available on Nintendo Switch, PS5, PC and Xbox Series X and S, and it's essentially a platformer with obvious inspiration from Donkey Kong Country and the original Crash Bandicoot, which I have noticed as well. A lot of other people, reviewers, have also made that connection, but I made it instantaneously whilst playing the game. And not that that's a bad thing at all in the slightest, it's just, I'll get to it. Now, the game can be played in co-op or solo. I played through it solo because I am a Larry loner and I haven't got anybody to play it with, and my kids, they won't play this with me because they're Philistines that just want to play Minecraft and Roblox. So, you know, screw them, right? Screw those guys. There's a mixture of both 2D and 3D sections within each level, which is really cool. There's also a good variety of animals to ride, Crash Bandicoot style, which is cool. And of course, I know you ride on rhinos and stuff on Donkey Kong Country, so you know it's all cool. You can jump on enemies' heads, slide attack them, and ground pound. And general movement for me, and it feels a touch slow, but it's fine. It's fine for what it is, but it just feels that it plays really well. Don't get me wrong, and it's very responsive. But I just think your character just moves it a little on the slow side, and I think a standard attack besides the slide and the ground pound would have been ideal. But the sliding and the jumping works absolutely fine. The character and enemy designs are actually pretty good, as well as the world and level designs. The levels are actually pretty cool to go through and very well designed. So I gotta be honest there, that's a really good thing to have, especially in video games. You need to make sure that the world that the players are traversing are actually good, and here they are, which is pretty cool. The game has a lot of charm, which is very important as well, and in my opinion, a specific art style and charm is more important to a game than like lifelike graphics and ray tracing. I gotta be honest, I'd prefer a stylized game that has its very own feel and stands out over supremely lifelike graphics and ray tracing and all that kind of stuff. It's not 100% necessary. Don't get me wrong, it's nice to have games like that, but it's not necessary. The soundtrack in Nikoderiko as well is also pretty good too. Many times my head was bopping along as I was just platforming my way through all the levels, which was really nifty. The game's not overly long, it runs in around about 5 hours-ish, so it's not too taxing, and its base price is £26.99 over on Steam, so it's also not going to break the bank. Now, this game footage I captured on my PlayStation 5. I have not played it on PC or Xbox or on Switch, so I'm just going off of the PlayStation 5 experience. The performance unfortunately does struggle sometimes. It's not all the time, but I did notice the frame drops. Typical PS5 experience, if I'm honest. There's, of course, a lot of collectibles as per the usual with platformers. You can also collect the letters to spell Nico, which is, again, obviously very Donkey Kong Country inspired. But besides some minor performance issues on the PlayStation 5 version of the game and some, like, the movement being a tiny bit slower for me personally, Nikoderiko is actually a very, very fun game, and its biggest crime is that it's using gameplay elements pretty much one-to-one from Crash Bandicoot and Donkey Kong Country, and whether that's good or bad depends on your preference, but I honestly do recommend the game, especially if you like platformers. It's a really charming game, and sometimes we need games like this to come out to break up the big old AAA shite fest that happens most of the time all year round. But please let me know down below what you think, and again, thank you very much to Vea Games for providing me with a code to be able to check the game out. I very much appreciate it, and as always, thank you very much for watching.